Hey everybody, my name is Basil. I am the founder and CTO with ClockIt. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview of the ClockIt platform, our cloud-based time and attendance software that works with any biometric device that you may have. So let's jump right in. You can log in to the platform from ClockIt, portal.clockit.io, and I'm going to log in with my credentials. If you do not have an account, you can sign up for the free 30-day trial, during which you can evaluate the complete platform for an unlimited number of users. So the data that's loaded up onto this platform is live data that's coming in from my office. And the minute you log in, you would be able to see this beautiful dashboard, which consists of the most critical data for your time and attendance. This data is consolidated for all the business locations under one dashboard. So coming to the first bit, which is the time performance index. Now, the time performance index is the true measure of the time that the employee puts in. Let's say an employee is expected to put in 8 hours a day and he works only for 4 hours a day. In that case, his TPI is going to be roughly 50%. If the employee does put in 8 hours a day itself, then he would get 100%. And if he puts in 12 hours a day, then he's going to get a 150%. Now, ClockIt captures this data for it's an aggregate for all the employees put together and present it to you. Similarly, we also have something known as the process error, which is the variance in time when the employee comes into the office and when he leaves. So let's say, for example, if the employee is expected to come in at 9 o'clock and then he comes in at 12 o'clock, there is a 50% variance on the process. Now, this again is aggregated data for your entire office. And when I say your entire office, it also includes all the business locations that you may have. You can also drill down into this data to get the actual employees that are responsible for affecting these values. I'll come to that in some time. As you scroll down, you can see the time performance index graph, which indicates the daily time performance index for all the business locations and employees put together. What we have noticed is that during project delivery times or when the office is really busy, you would notice that this tends to increase. And on a good day when there is not much work, it would tend to drop. Coming down, we also have graphs for the process error as well as the attendance percentage. You can see from this graph there will be dips, and these are usually our Saturdays and Sundays. We do capture this information as well. If I come further down, you can see the top 10 performers and the bottom 10 performers as well. What this is, it captures the time that the employee puts in. So it's nothing but the TPI, and we present it to you in terms of percentage. By default, you're going to get the last 30 days data, and you can modify this with our global calendar. And from here, you can select predefined dates. You can also select a date range. By default, it loads for 30 days. So these are the set of employees that have worked the most in the last 30 days. And I can see that there is a 87.28%. As we come further down, you would see the yearly rating snapshot, which is nothing but a metric which we have computed with the TPI and PE, and it's put on a value of 100%, which is ideal. Now, all these graphs are color-coded, meaning that on a day when it was the highest, it's going to be the darkest, whereas on a day when it is low, it's going to be indicated with a lighter color. If you come down, we have the yearly gain snapshot, which is simply one graph which tells me the maximum number of hours that has been put in on any given day versus the least number of hours that has been put in on any given day. And by least number of hours, I mean the least number of hours that I have gained. Now, we have this very interesting feature over here. Let's say On the 17th of March, I can see that 44.42 hours was added over and above the minimum number of hours that had to be put in. Now, if I click on that particular day, it gives me a list of people that have actually put in that many number of excess hours. Similarly, we have a graph for the yearly lost time snapshot, which tells me the total number of hours that I've lost on each day for the entire year. So let's say I can see that this is slightly on the darker side on May 26th. If I do click that data, it's going to tell me who are the people that have put in lesser number of hours. And further to this, what I can do is I can click on these names that will take me to the user profile, and I'll come back to that. So in the top 10 performers, supposing I want to know 87.82%, I want to have a look at this person's profile. I can simply click on his name, and immediately it would tell me if the person is available in office or not. What is his punch frequency? And the punch frequency is nothing but in the last 30 days, he has come into office 19 times between 9 and 10. He takes a break for lunch between 1 and 2, and he usually leaves office about around 6 to 7 o'clock. Now, you can also look at data which says on time, when he's coming into office on time. There's a late clock in, an early clock out, and a late clock out. So it gives you an idea of how the person is performing in the last 30 days. This data can again be refreshed with the global calendar for a date range that you might have. The time performance index graph concepts remain the same, which shows you a graph of the person's individual time performance index, the process error, and you get a calendar which indicates what was his in time, what was his out time, what was his work duration, and what was his break duration. This again is color coded, meaning that if the employee does come in late, it's indicated with a red color. If the employee does leave as per his timing, then it's indicated with a green color. And the interesting thing is that you get this data not only for that month, but ever since the employee has joined as well. What's more, if you click on that particular day, you are going to get all his punches that's been recorded for that date. We also have other interesting features like the tracker, which if the person logs in with the mobile device, it's going to show his GPS data on a map. GPS data on a map. Sorry. Now, the other interesting things that we have is if I come back to the dashboard, we also have this interesting search feature in which I can simply search for people. And if I click on that, it takes me directly to their profile. Coming back to the dashboard, I did mention that the time performance index and the process error is aggregated data for all your business locations put together on one neat dashboard. So let's say you want to know what is the reason that this has come to 46%. And the minute I click on that, it tells me the different locations that I may have. I have only one office in Bangalore, and this is where the attendance data is tracked. So if I go ahead and click on this location, I would get the entire list of people that have with the time performance index. I can obviously sort the data over here, and immediately it's going to tell me the people that have contributed to this time performance index. This is an easy way to find out which business locations and which employees of yours are faulting with the time performance index. Now, we have the similar kind of data for the process error. I can further click and drill down on people to find out who is the person that is who is not punctual, and he has the highest amount of process error. Simply by clicking on his name, I can come to know what is his usual time of arrival and what time he takes a break from work and leaves the office as well. Now, we also have the payroll support, which means that I can simply come into reports. I can look up the monthly attendance report, in which case, let's say I can select a date range. I can select the site that I want to apply, get the data for, and it gives me this dashboard, this report rather, which tells me on any given day Was the person absent? Was it an overtime? Was it a full day pay? Uh, or was it a half day pay, or a 3/4 day pay, or a quarter day pay? Simply by using this data, we get to know how many days we need to pay the employee for. Um and you can use simple Excel formulas like the counted formula, put in the employee salary, and it's going to give you the exact payout that needs to be done. So in essence, what ClockIt does is that it helps you to avoid Excel sheets for computing the payroll data, and you need not wait till the end of every month to pull out the data from the device and then compute it. We give you this data on a daily basis so that you as a company can have complete control over the time and attendance. What's more is that ClockIt also sends out daily emails to both the employees as well as the admins. Employees get an email about their time performance index, the process error, and every other data related to them on a daily basis. And the admins also get this data at the end of each business day so that they know who are the people that are on leave, who have taken excess, who have been working for more number of hours, less number of hours, who have taken the most number of breaks, and so on. So ClockIt makes the whole process of time and attendance very simple for you. All right, so that's it from my end. I think you would have a very good idea about how the platform works, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.